Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. We'll see how long my voice lasts, but good to see you all. Hope you have had an amazing week or so, and happy holidays to all of you that celebrate um, our beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving time of gratitude. I know there's of course, some unpleasant things that came around Thanksgiving for the Native Americans, you know, and so we focus on gratitude for what we do have, right? um and hey, everybody, good to see you. um if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome. First of all, the description box talks about how all the readings work and the free readings. I do prioritize donations as a energy exchange, and so I do step outside of the free readings and do those right away, and dig deeper into those too. So if you want to find out anything, it's all in the description box of the video. Um, and then I did want to make sure everyone knows we have a Gemini full moon coming up. I did put out a pick a card this week. Here's the link to that if you're wanting to know. Gemini energy rolls over the house that has to do with like aunts and uncles and cousins and our siblings. And so this had messages from those, which was pretty cool. And then also, happy birthday to all you Sagittarius sons. I also had put out a pick a card that has a 3-month forecast for all of you Sagittarius sun babies. So be sure to check that out too. And then there's a pick a cards for all the rest of us. And if you have not uh, looked into getting into the drawing, make sure that fits. There we go. Um, for this I have a monthly giveaway. Sorry, I think someone's starting to scrape the snow that we've had. But we've got the at the end of November, each month I put out a, because I get easily distracted, obviously. But at the end of November, I will have a drawing on December 1st or around there for some giveaways. So check out that there as well. All right. So let's take a look here and we will get started. I am going to use the Naked Heart Tarot today. It's one of my favorite tarot decks. Beautiful, beautiful um, artwork on it. This is what the box looks like if you guys are interested in it. Let me see. Does it have that? Yeah. And here's the who it is by. So I like that. All right. So let's get into the readings. I do have a couple of donations first, so that's where we'll start off with. And Love 1234, I got yours through PayPal, and then Supernova, you'll be up, and then Mia Mia, you can be up after that. All right. So let's take a look here and jump into those. All right. So we have 4 questions, and thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Let me give these a good shuffle here. So what we got here. So happy Thanksgiving to you too. So number 1, good things coming to you within the next 2 months. All right, let's take a look here and see what they want you to know about what good things in the next 2 months. That'll be those. And then of course, Yoshi Peking. We'll look at their feelings, and then we'll get in the skinny. See, are they seeing anyone else there? And number 4. All right. Yes, disclaimer on number 4. Okay, so let's take a look here. Love 1234, and see what we got here. So good things that are coming here. Well, we got some great stability coming in here. I like all these coming in. So you've got the 4 of Swords, peace of mind, mental stability, emotional stability too. with the Four of Cups. We like the fours, very solid foundation numbers, like a huge dining table with four huge legs on it. And then we also have the Naked Heart, which is a special card specifically for this deck, which is about following your heart. Your heart leads the way. If you feel like you're in darkness, it's the little Luna moth here. It says, fly out of the darkness and into your light. So there is this beautiful, solid foundation that comes in your life. And I feel like your heart starts to feel like it is expressed here. So in the next 2 months, you do get, you know, news and happenings, things unfolding that make your heart feel this fullness and this wholeness, and like it is able to be expressed following your heart here. If we feel like we're confused and stuff, then maybe, the naked heart message too is, if we feel that way, then it's an kind of a nudge for us to look at and see, is my ego leading the way, my fears, or is my heart leading the way? So I like that. Actually, I just started yours, Love 1, 2, 3, 4. You're up first. And then number 2, so there feelings for you that we have here. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is the slowness as always here. We do have this death and rebirth card that comes in here, and the star card, which is hopes and dreams come true. And I like all this. It just feels, with the 7 of Pentacles, that there is this change. One of the, besides being a patience card, the 7 of Pentacles always also is, especially when you have like a death and rebirth card. And this combination is when the fruit starts to grow, then they do look at, um, you know, readjusting. It's not leaving, it's not, this, because this hope card, but I feel like they're figuring out what a dream comes true means for them. And so there's this ebb and flow that happens with them here. I feel like they're still figuring things out. Um, I just get, and we'll look at here at the follow-up kind of question if they're looking anywhere else. Let's take a look. Yeah. And this is what I was going to talk about, because I felt like he's in a Saturn return. Like his the devil card is shaking and rattling their entire world, right? And they've got this energy of letting go of all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets. They're looking at the 10 of Pentacles, which is, what does a dream come true? What is life fulfillment feel like? And I feel like with this Tower card, that there is this shaking and rattling, because we've also got the Three of Wands, which is change of direction in their life. And I feel like with all this, Saturn, Capricorn energy, they got the Universe card, which is, more endings and new beginnings, the letting go of the old ways. I don't feel like they're interested in anyone else. I feel like they're just trying to figure out who they are and what it all means, right? It's like, what is the meaning of life and my life, more specifically? But they've got all this change that's happening, all these moving parts that are going on in their world, and it just feels like this is what's been happening for a while for them. And there is this, unfolding, this changing that's happening with all of that. So I don't feel like they're like dating or interested in anyone else. I just feel like they don't know what they're interested in, if that makes sense. It just feels like non-committal. And I feel like if that's what's popping up, it's just like, what is happening? You know, and if you feel like and I feel like you're picking up on their um, their instability, if that makes sense, that's what you're picking up. Hey, Dr. Pachi, and anyone else that's new coming in, if you want to find out how everything works, check the description box of the video, and that will give you all the deets on how the readings work. All right. So that's what I feel with that. I don't feel, any of that stuff. All right. And then number 4. Yeah, you got all this energy that's been invested in things. You got like this is almost like the ace of wands on steroids. You have this ending and beginning. So there's all this energy being invested, and it's like being super focused on your energy. Whatever you focus on, I don't feel like, um, I feel like the answer to your question would be yes, it's a negative result, um, which is a positive result, right? In our minds. But the Ace of Wands does tell us, or the Magician card does tell us, that wherever we focus our energy was what does grow and expand. And so it's important with whatever, you know, our energy level is, if we feel exhausted, if we feel tired. I know I've been feeling that way just with the change of weather. but um but I don't feel I feel it's a positive result, meaning that it's a negative result. All right. So that's what they have for you, Love 1234. So thank you again for your donation. Much appreciated. All right. Absolutely. All right. So we'll continue with the readings here, and we've got Supernova. So thank you so much, Supernova, for your dual donation. Let me give the first one some love here since it lets me do that. And you want current messages from spirit. And I actually there was this cool phrase that came up and it stood out for me to give to you. And it's when words fail, music speaks. And I love that for you. And then for any of my music oriented individuals who are seeking any kind of musician or singing or anything like that, I love that. When words fail, music speaks. And I know I talk about Aurora a lot, and so I'm going to throw this in here for anybody that's interested. Aurora, she's from Norwegian or Norway. She's Norwegian, I think. I think it's Norway. Yeah, but here is a link to a little short on YouTube where she talks about surviving, and she reminds me of like a wood nymph, or she's just so truly unique and magical. And so if you have a chance to check her out, um, definitely her music speaks. Um, but anyway, but that is what they want to start off with here. And then let's see here. So, what are their current messages from Spirit? And I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Much, much better. I had so much like a cold sinus. We have like it's I think it was like 15 degrees Fahrenheit here. Guess we got some snow that came in, and I think it just sucked all the all the moisture out of my brain and everything because I was not up for communicating without hacking up, and that's not good. All right. Well, we got some of these cards that just came out a little bit ago, but you do have with Spirit, they're saying that you're going through this, the Saturn energy here, um, and with Capricorn, and with the Spirit of Swords, who is the King of Swords. It's all about thought and belief and mindset. And you have your star card here. So we got to always have the star card, right? Superstar, supernova. And you've got this energy here about this clarity coming in around. I don't feel like it's so much like what your dream is as much as it is. That sounds kind of gross. It is. So I spared you guys. But this is like about pursuing a dream, and it's all of the you know um rules that we have, we get a lot of opinion or like, oh, to live your dream, you have to do this and this and this and this and blah 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 blah. And it just sucks the life out of our dream. And you know, two things happen when we look at what our dreams are, and this is what Spirit wants you to know. On one side, if we feel like we're trying to live a dream, you know, um, that's not yours, that's been given to you, then you'll wake up going, ugh, God, I got to go live my dream today. It feels empty. It feels stressed. It feels forced, right? Then we have, once we discover what our dream is, our heart, higher heart, and we start to do and make movement toward it, when we start putting a lot of restrictions around it, then that makes our heart feel almost claustrophobic. That's funny, but they're telling me and they're showing me the cage that we have our heart in, and it was like it won't let us, be expressed and to move forward. And so they want you to be aware of, the difference between the two. So you realize when you're trying to live a dream that isn't yours, and then also when you're trying to live a dream that is yours, but you're trying to live it in a way that everyone's telling you you're supposed to and should and need to and have to live it. And so spirit is like really getting into the be in the moment, enjoying the flow and the unfolding of your dream with this combination of these three cards, and not to um, let the fear of timing, especially timing, that oh, it's not happening fast enough. It's not happening. This isn't. You're an eternal being. The pressure of time comes in with our soul, with our not our soul, but our human side of oh, I got to get it all done before a certain time, or it means I'm a failure and unlovable. Blah blah blah. Right. So I feel like that's their message for you right now with that, in addition to when words fail, music speaks in that video. So be sure to check those out if that resonates. And then let me give you a second donation here, some love. And let me just scroll down. I think I saw it down here a little further. Sorry, I didn't mean to crunch my. I just realized I was by the microphone. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Let me see here. Okay, let me just make sure I didn't overlook it here. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So I don't see your second question yet here. Hopefully I'm not overlooking it. So if you want to pop it down below your second question, then we will jump into that. And let me just take a look here. So that one was that one. All right. And then Mia, you will be up next. And then I do have a couple that came through in via email, and then of course the super chat. So I'll try to keep an order with all that. Yeah, no problem. I'll just I'm gonna jump ahead and just for time purposes, and then as soon as I see your question, I'll oh, okay. Well, you asked it right now, so we'll take a look here. So let's see what right now. What? Well, this one came flying out here. So you've got the Six of Pentacles, the balancing of the outside world, and I love this. It almost reminds me of Pisces energy here with the two fishies, but I like this balance, this movement, this it almost reminds me of like the yin yang, and that there's the in the shadow there's light, and in the light there's the shadow, and there's this beautiful balancing that comes in here, this swimming, and that it's okay to swim into the dark side of the pond and into the light side of the pond. And the Six of Pentacles is this balancing energy too of worth. And there is this, energy with the Six of Pentacles. And in fact, I of course have talked about my with I mean, I think with you, the my take 10 was Zen video series episode 5, I think, talks about the Six of Pentacles and about the realizing the out of balance of the giving and receiving, where we have to give 1,000 love coins to receive one back, and the transformation of bringing it back, down to one instead of one to 1,000. And this is the transformation that happens, is the balancing, the transformation from our inner child has that out of balance giving and receiving, right? And there's this energy um transforming that, and instead of being so out of balance, because as children we don't know any better, we think, oh, 1,000 to 1 rate exchange seems the way it's supposed to be. And then gets stuffed down into our subconscious, and there's this transformation of this. And I feel like, the tarot card that represents you right now, because they're like, every card represents you, all of us are represented in the entire deck. It's all of the journey, right? It's like the our birth chart. It has 12 houses, has all of the signs of the zodiac, the 12 signs, and we all have it in our within us, even though we don't have any planets or anything in a particular house. We still have that energy. It's the soup of everything that we have. And but the planets that we have just make it's like, oh, let me add an extra dash of salt, add some garlic, powder, or it's like the little extra added stuff that makes the soup of us different. But I feel like that's also an important message, is that there's not just one. You're represented by all. But right now, the Six of Pentacles today is the card that represents you. I love it. All right. And that is what they have for you on that one, Supernova. I love that question. It's like, if I could be an animal, what animal would I be? You're funny. All right. So thank you again for your donations there. And I think you have another one down below too. So um, I'll eventually get to that one. I just didn't see a question for your third one. So you just be aware of that. All right. So Mia, you are up next. Let me give you some love for that donation. Hello, hello. Nice to see you too. And you'd like to know if your action will have the result you wish for, or even better. Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know? Will it have the reaction that you're looking for, or the result, right? Ooh. All right. Well, it looks like here there's some adjustment. It's like kinda, because you've got these two that pop in here first, which are Innocence of Swords, Page of Swords, which is new ideas. And the Judgment card here is, double endings, double beginnings, but it's your higher self calling your human to see things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. Um, and then also we've got the universe card, which is the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, and the innocence of pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So, and you had the two of swords on the very end here, which is closing your eyes and opening your heart, but also being at like a crossroads with all of this, with what's unfolding here. And so I don't feel like the action is going to have the exact result that you're wishing for. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is, if to get the result that is for your highest experience, they're like, take a step back, connect higher, with that Judgment, Innocent of Swords, which is Page of Swords. And that'll bring you, it's like not doing things the same way we've done it before. there's new ideas, new creativity, and how you can communicate and then take these actions, and it brings you a different with that page of pentacles. It's a different type of experience in the outside world, um, because it's like not doing what we've always did and getting what we've always gotten. It's like if we want to get something different, then we change the way we approach it, and it brings different outcomes, if that makes sense. So that's what I feel is coming in for you with that, Mia Mia. So um, I like it. They're like communicate and just take a big deep breath, step back, and ask spirit, show me a different approach to this, and what outcome do I truly want, for my higher heart, not for my human. And I feel like there's clarity that does come in with that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mia Mia. And thank you again for your donation. You are very welcome. All right. Hey, Christine. Thanks for stopping by. And shout out to one of my praying mantis members. I love how your name appears in green. And also, of course, a shout out to Dijona. You also are one of my members, and it's because of memberships and these donations that help me be able to offer all the free content that I do. So, a big thank you to all of you. All right, let me take a look here. So, that one, I think the next one that came in here. All right. So I do have Shay Shay, you are up next. And then I will have A, and then Supernova, and then Shinmei. And then I have a couple other donations that came in too. So just to give you a heads up on kind of where we're at. There's more after that too, but just to give you a heads up. So Shay Shay, you are up first. Hey, what's up? Thank you for your donation here. All right. So let's take a look here. Oh, an Aussie. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Lesson. Where's this it? Gemini, Virgo. Oh, I can imagine. I know those accents, right? Foreign accents just, can be very attractive. Yeah, and Gemini and Virgo, you both are ruled by Mercury, so I can imagine that you guys have this wonderful communication anyway. But let's take a look here and see is are they a life lesson or ooh or the one? Let's take a look here. What else? Tell me more about this. All right. We'll see what these other cards are, but hey, you got the Two of Cups here. Very important to relationship. Four of Cups, very stable emotional connection too. So I like these starting off. I mean, boom, right away. Um, Two of Cups is like the Lover's card. So woo woo. Let's take a look here and see what we else we have here. All right. Wow. So I like all this movement here. It looks very promising. You got the 10 of Pentacles. Normally, the 10 of Pentacles has two people, a child, a dog, an old man, which is like, represents ancestry and I know, right? The 10 of Pentacles, the pentacles are normally in the family, like the tree of life, which is like the family tree and the abundance and the palace. So it represents like fullness of life. It's one of my relationship cards where spirit says that. And we've got here this beautiful, the earth mother is the empress. So creativity, new birth, sensuality, and the Spirit of Swords. And the Spirit of Swords here, again, King of Swords. So they've got this beautiful, beautiful, you know, um, mind. Geminis, of course, do, and this is where even though Virgos are Earth signs, because they're ruled by Mercury, very big on communication, and also that has them, really in their minds, a lot of thinking. So that you guys get a lot along very much because of that. And they are not only rule over the mind, but all the kings are given a second portion of the mind. So they are big thinkers. So very intelligent. You probably have a lot of um mental connection. It's like, you know, physical, there's the energetic and physical attraction there. Yeah, because you've got movement of wands, which is the Knight of Wands, fastest moving, passionate. So there's definitely a lot of energetic and physical attraction, but I just feel like it's mental stimulation too. It's like it's hot, is what your spirit guides are saying. And you have the Six of Swords. I love how both of you are open-minded, and this is a movement of away from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And so you're open-minded too, which I like. I feel like you're both of you are not like you know, "Oh, no, you gotta believe this way, or you're thinking this way." You're very curious and, with each other's viewpoints, and you wanna know, at least this point in there. And the last 2 cards being here, the Six of Swords, which is a bit much a movement of energy, mental energy, but it goes out into movement in the outside world. You got 2 fast moving cards here. So I feel like it's like just zoom, 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 zoom. Things move, 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 move. And I feel like this, with that Two of Cups, it is definitely a very important relationship here. I'm going to pull a chakra love card here. I just feel like there's more. Like the chakra balancing here. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Here, maybe if I put my hand. Come on, there it goes. So you got a chakra balance card. All of the things. Unity. The only illusion is separation. And if you're into crystals, blue lace, agate, amethyst, and new jade as well. So I like it. I feel like this is, um, I don't know, it just feels, yeah. When you got the third eye too with trust. There it goes. So I like it. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Again, I feel like you guys, if you haven't talked about spiritual things, I feel like you guys will get into, beliefs around the universe and this open mindedness and tourmaline with the third eye chakra, with that coming into. So I feel like they're saying, they're not giving you like it's 100% your soul partner the rest of your life. Uh, and I feel like you don't have, like in this lifetime, I don't feel like it's like you have a fated relationship for the rest of your life that is part of your fate. It's like if you go on a vacation and you have like, a vacation package that you purchase, and then you have extras and add-ons that you can do, and I feel like a relationship for the rest of your life kind of thing is an add-on that's not part of your, like, what you're needing for your unfolding of your life and your life purpose and all that, but it is something that you can have if you want it. That's why I feel like they're not giving you an exact answer. I feel like it's, you know what? You could or you couldn't. Either way, you're gonna have the life that you've been wanting, but, you can have that. It's not going to, hinder your path. It can help expand it and give you a higher experience in this life, but it's not a requirement. It's not something that you were wanting. So, I like that because there's no pressure. It's like, "Meh," you know? I don't need you, but hey, I could have you in my life if I so want so want to. equal to a mouse. Yeah, swooping down. Yeah, beautiful. I love that for you. Yeah, definitely going with the flow is the energy that was coming in there. So I like it. I like them for you. I feel like it's very compatible, very easygoing, very fast moving. It's like, um, you don't need to hold back, nothing to fear. And I like that. I like that for you. You are very welcome, and thank you again for your donation, and, thank you for letting me to connect to their energy. I really like them for you. All right. So that is that one, and let me see, where am I at here? All right. All right, so A, you are up next. Let me give your donation some love since it lets me do that. And so the guy you told me about at your job, he's 35. He's more open and friendly now with you. What's his perception of you so far? Ooh. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what is this 35-year-old's perception of you? All right. Of course, this is the perception of themselves, right? um, the mirror I'm seeing, because you've got one card and then two cards like an equal sign one. One equals one. And then they want me to show you the bottom of the deck too. So let's take a look here and let's see what they've got happening here. All right. So, you know, the 10 of swords is a good card to get because this is their looking at you, they're letting a lot of expectations go. The 10 is endings and beginnings, and this represents someone being exhausted trying to live up to a lot of expectations, trying to have everyone fit into like a mold, a cookie cutter type of all the stuff, and they're tired of those feelings in general. And I like this because on the other side, they've got the 7 of cups. So they do have a variety of different emotions that they're trying to figure out here with the 10 of swords on one side and the 7 of cups on the other. So they've got a lot of different emotions that they're feeling and a lot of things that are happening with them all here. The equal sign in the middle is very emotional. You know, they've got the heart of cups, which is the queen of cups. She rolls over emotion and gets a second portion of emotion. So she's the master of emotion. Of course, moon, mother Luna. And their perception of you is someone who's very nurturing. And they have this deep emotional connection that flows below the surface. Um, you know, the card on the bottom of the deck, okay, yeah, this makes sense too, because you get the high priestess underneath it. But the fool card is this, they see you as this new opportunity, you know, the 10 of swords being cut away and, trying to get rid of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts really opens up this fool card. It's the fool's journey, which is the first card, the 0 in the major arcana, which is this freedom from all this, have to be, supposed to be, should be, need to be. But they do sense here with this high priestess coming in here, with all this energy, it feels like there's this past life connection that comes in. You even got the strength card underneath that, which is combination of human and um, spirit. But there's definitely this deep emotional drawing together, this energetic draw between the two of you. And it's because you've got these emotions, these past life memories and connections that are down below that just really, um, like it's, for them it's below the surface and there's a lot of bubbling. They just don't know, like, why am I being drawn, what is this? You get it. I feel like, like, yeah, I feel like I've known them before. You have this knowingness, right? You're like, I just feel like there's, like, I've known them before but not in this lifetime, and that just kind of just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, right? And so I like this energy that they have, but I feel like, yeah, and I feel like they are slow. I would say that they're not slow, but they're slowly understanding it. It's like it's taking time for it to absorb into their heart. And yeah, exactly. And I feel like they're just like, what is this draw? Why am I drawing? And they can't get it. This is where that emotional confusion's coming in because they've got this stuff flowing below the surface, but they're like, where's this coming from? Do they remind me of someone? What's going on? And you do, but it's not someone they've known in this lifetime either. It's you from another lifetime that they have this connection. So I feel like it's kind of confusing them a little bit. But I feel like you are so different than anyone that they have known before. And that's why it's this rattling and this challenge of your um, it's like when I would say when I would try to fit the creator into a box, they crushed all my boxes, and I feel like that's what you do for them. Like, they had all these boxes, but it's like you can't fit in any of their boxes. They're like, "You're too unique." Yeah, different how. You're just weird. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like, um like you don't, like, try to put on airs. You don't have the same types of goals as a lot of people, and you're just very unique in that I feel like you're more true to your authentic self, and you might even have people tell you that you are so real. Like, you don't have masks like other a lot of other people do out of fear, and I feel like you're like, here I am, who I am, and anyone, I mean, they or anyone can ask you any question, and you're like, bam, you're like, I got nothing to hide. You're like an open book, and but you're so mysterious too. And they're intrigued by the depth. Just when people think they can figure you out, you do something, they're like, okay, well, that just totally, well, I thought they were a unicorn, but now they've got two humps on their back. Are they a camel unicorn? you know, wait a minute, but now they've got six legs. So what animal has six legs? And it's just like the more people get to know you, they just see how different in thinking and you just have this myriad of interests, this um um I mean, just so different, right? It's like um it's like someone that likes history and math and science and this and this. You have so many interests and so many talents too, and knowledge, and because you are very inquisitive and you dive deep. Yeah, and your mysteriousness isn't like you try to be mysterious. I feel like it's a big oh, that's funny. I love that. But, yeah, and I feel like you just that not everyone can get you, I guess is kind of the mysteriousness is more like, why invest the time in sharing all this? Because I just don't you just know that some people aren't gonna get it until they get to know you, and it's like, "Why blah, blah, blah," and so you I feel like you've in the past invested a lot of, um, like, a lot of energy in sharing and blah, 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 and then people drift away, and you're like, "You know what? I'm tired of investing energy on people that are temporary," and so you not that they have to prove themselves to you or earn your trust or anything like that, um because depending on your mood, you'll share stuff anyway. But for the most part, you're like, you know what? To get to know the deep me, you just I've got to see it's like a cost benefit analysis. Is it worth all the energy or not? Because I'm not going to invest all that energy. I'm going to use that energy on something else instead of, sharing everything. And then it's like, yeah, it's like they're showing him in my head, like if hiring a new employee and you give them all this training, but you give them like 3 months of training and then they quit and people keep quitting. and you're like, "You know what? Rather than invest that much energy, I'm splitting up the curriculum into 2-week training things, and people will, you know, learn 2 weeks and take on that job, and then once I see that they're staying and doing this, then I'll allow them the next 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks, instead of all this investment to so I love that. But that's what's coming in. So, um, I like it. I like it for you. Um, but definitely a lot of intrigue that's there. Yeah, and here's the full card. Go with the flow, allow things, allow it to, here's the unicorn. Where's the camel humps? But, be this true, be true to you and just let things unfold. Um, and I love that. Yeah. Yeah. So I like this. Enjoying the journey, enjoying, allow them to get to know you, and move forward there. And I feel like you get a divine directions card here too. All right. I guess that's your card. Boom, boom. Look, and here's teach. Just as I was talking about training. There we go. And it says, you have a wonderful gift for working with others. Have you considered teaching? I love it. So I love that message for you there. All right. And that is what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I love this adventure that you're on. All right. And then Supernova, let me give your donation here some love. And I saw your question down here. I know, what an awesome message, right? New messages from Kurt's Spirit. All right, let's see. What else does Kurt want you to know? Is there I feel like I'm being drawn here to this oracle deck, which is the Chinese 5 element oracle. Ancient Chinese secret. He says, wow. Look at this. Got the 3 number of the Empress and creativity and sharing things. You got the fire tiger. Share your gifts. But we're telling Kurt what our new message is, not the same message over and over again. But evidently, he wants you to know this. So it says the fire tiger pillar offers positivity and support when it appears in a reading. The tiger is highly creative and inventive as a yang or yang wood sign, while the yang fire is the heavenly frequency associated with joy and unconditional love. As wood produces fire, those who channel the creative force also cultivate inner joy in the process. This card is a confirmation that you're using your gifts wisely. It's now time to share your gifts and spread your joy to a larger community. He's like shoving you forward. You ever see the meme where there's 2 penguins and one's standing there and one's walking and they just hit him and knock him into the water? That's what he's showing me in my head. The creative force within you is emerging stronger than ever. You've been listening to your calling and enjoying the creative process. I love it. Keep doing what makes your heart sing to stoke the fire within. Yang earth and yang fire hidden in the tiger will help you persevere and be consistent in your quest. You can always find inspiration from within your heart. Relax into the creative process and take as much alone time as you need. The creative well within will never run out. Creativity is a gift from the universe that keeps on giving the more we foster it. No matter what line of work you're in, your creative approach is what makes you stand out and be noticed. I love it. Message from the heaven. I know. Yang fire, like the sun, shares its light generously and unconditionally. Offering your services will serve as a healing tool, not only for yourself, but also for others. And the message from Earth, that these have a heaven and earth message, obviously. So that was the heaven message. The earth message is that the tiger doesn't hold back, and neither should you. Think big and make a difference to the world with your creative power. Boom. Boom, biatch. That's what would he say something like that? He's like, boom. So I love that energy for you. That is his message. It's like, that's not new, Kurt, but it's very, very supportive. And that's, what they want you to know right now. I love it. So many blessings to you. Again, thank you for your additional donation. I appreciate that. All right. So let me see here. We are over here. We are over here. So Shinmei, you were up next. So let me give your donation some love there. And thank you for your donation. You want to know Dick Shaw's feelings for you today. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on with them right now. Their feelings for you here. The bottom of the deck, we've got the wow. It's like they go back and forth here, right? I'm so sorry. Got the Four of Cups, emotional stability, and then they got the Seven of Cups, emotional confusion. I feel like it depends on the moment. Even like today, it's like throughout the day they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And let's see what they want you to know about this here. Oh, okay. Okay. So I see here, and this is what sparks them here. The Nine of Swords is the nightmare and insomnia card. So they do have this energy that flows through with all this here. And there's this I don't know, this is where the instability and where the confusion comes in, is when fears arise. And when fears arise, they go out of their minds and they're in you know, this energy um where it's like a 2-year-old and their pet cat are in charge, and so they're just feeling unsafe and out of control, and so they do stupid stuff that makes them, like a little 2-year-old would. They don't have a lot of experience and intelligence, and they aren't connected to their loving, compassionate side. It's a little kid, knocking someone over the head with their little truck because I wanna play with it, right? And so, you know, when they're in their fears is when they have this emotional confusion and they act out irrationally, from our human standpoint. When we see 2-year-olds act the way they do, we're like, "Wait." We think, "Oh, yeah, that's right, you're a 2-year-old. You don't know yet." And that's why when they do those things that it's important to realize that. They also see you here as, the Earth Mother, the Empress here, energy, which is very sensual, mothering, nurturing. Not like they think of you as their mother, but they love the nurturing quality of that, of mother, nurturing, compassion, and they love that side of you, and they see that side of you when they're not in fear, you know? When they're in fear, they see you as a threat along with everyone else, um, but I love that there is this movement here too, to the 10 of cups, which 6 of swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset. They are changing their mind. They're letting fears go, which allows them to move from the choppy waters to the calmer waters. And there is a movement with this and the expression of emotion here with the 10 of cups. It's all of the emotional fulfillment that comes in here. But this is where I feel like they go back and forth, right? It's like, and I feel like they go through at least polar opposites during a day when they go into fear at some point, and I feel like it's common for them to do that, this rubber band. They're here and then they're not. They're here and then they're not. And you're just like, make up your mind. But this is when they go into fear. Whoop, the walls go up and they push everyone away. The walls come down, they draw closer. The fears go up. Whoop. It's like if you've ever tried to feed a chipmunk, I don't know why they're choosing a chipmunk. Usually it's a rabbit, but they're showing me a chipmunk trying to give them like a seed, like a nut, like a pecan or something, like a walnut. And it's like it comes up and it gets close and then it scurries away. And you're like, oh my God. Then it comes up and it scurries away. It comes up and it scurries away. You're just like, take the damn nut, you know, take them out. But I feel like this is the energy that's coming in is this, and I like that they want you to know the where the wishy-washiness perception can come from with that, but it's because they have these fears of like not living up to people's expectations, and it goes back to their childhood and their interactions with parents and teachers and coaches and whatever, just always being told and pointed out, the bar always being raised higher and higher, and them always, you know, if they reach something that's not celebrated, they just raise the bar. And I feel like there's always been this fear of failure that's really ruled their life, and that's why they such a strict uh, set of rules that they have accepted onto themselves, and this is why they have that pops in, and you know why they experience that. So that's what they have for you right now, Shinmei. So at least that helps us understand why they're doing it. It's not personal, really, not towards you. It's personal towards themselves that they're not able to, maintain a steady emotional stability um, consistently. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. And then let me just see here. No, love 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I haven't gotten to yours yet. You will be coming up here after June. And then I do have a couple more donations that came through there and a couple more down below. So um, thank you guys for your patience as I go through the donations first. That's how I am able to, this is what I live, this is all I do, as well as my other services that I offer. So thank you guys for all your donations here. And I will I try to get through as many free readings as I can. I'll be on for about another hour, so I should be able to get to some, and we'll see where we're at that point. All right. So Dune, let me give your donation some love there. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know, will you make a significant profit on your stock soon? All right. Let me refresh the cards here. Of course, I am not a financial advisor, disclaimer. Um, but we'll see here what Spirit wants you to know. Will you make a profit on stock soon? All right. See what we got here. Okay. Well, I do see here, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is one of the most beneficial. You also have the movement of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So it's slow moving. So soon, I feel is not as soon as you want it to be. But it does show that you do have, benefit and profit, that significant profit that comes in. It just takes time to get there here. You have the Eight of Swords, which is part of all the energy that we have around the ability to receive, from the outside world, comes down to this Eight of Swords, this you becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you in the past feel blinded and bound and trapped. And the eight is a good card to have with the Eight of Swords because it's the movement and the flow of thought and belief and mindset that comes in. So it's an important transformation around abundance, and the when we get a slow moving card here, it comes in to have us look at our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, because even if our um conscious mind is wanting abundance, if our subconscious inner child is like, you don't deserve that yet. There's this all these conditions that it has, all those swords that it has that have to be met first, then that could be a force field keeping it away. Something that we're reading in our praying mantis member sessions is this Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch. It's a great book because not only does it talk about the tapping method, which is, we can do the tapping um, that helps us get in contact with our subconscious inner child, it also helps us transform those beliefs to open it up. And she's a beautiful, amazing author and has wonderful, wonderful um, approaches about worth and self-worth and everything that frees up and allows abundance to come in. So I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but definitely they had that like at the corner of my eye going, "Yeah, that talk about that book." So I feel like that will help it come in sooner because these blocks are what are keeping things further away. So that is what they have for you, Dune. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right. Let me just look at timestamps here. All right. So, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for your additional donation. And let me get to your questions here. All right. So let's look at Mama. Of course, as always, we've got our disclaimer about medical stuff. I'm not a medical professional. See the disclaimer in the description box of the video. And then number 2. All right, so we'll take a look here and see what comes in with those. All right. So for Mama here, we've got this Spirit of Swords, which is the King of Swords. This is a lot about mindset and thought and belief that's coming in here. And so in 2024, it has so much to do here with seeing things from a higher perspective and cutting away fears for them. So thoughts, they're the master of thinking, the master of belief systems, right? And so it's the story and the energy that we focus on with our mind is where emotion is ignited from and where our energy it takes its lead from our thoughts, what we're thinking and what we're focusing on, right? And then our physical actions. And so it's like a thought, things start as a thought and become words that turn into actions. It's something like that, that there's been these sayings for forever, right? But this is what is coming in here about this, unfolding this energy that comes in there. And it's like, okay, I get it. So it's in her hands. It's what story does she believe? And wherever like attracts like, whatever we focus on is what we draw to us. So I feel like having a gratitude journal, um, where depending on how fast she wants to transform things, um you know it's like putting it in paper, putting it into words, speaking it. It's thought and voice and action, right? There's this they're reminding me of getting like a cookie jar and on a little piece of paper, writing down something that she's grateful for every day, putting it in the cookie jar. It's something my mom did. um and whenever she was feeling down, she would, she's like picks up and reads, she would read those things, and she was like, wow, and it would just help her, and then she would put them back in and add more that are in there as well. So I really like that, energy for her. And overall it depends on her, whatever she's focusing on. And I like that because when we're focusing on our fears, and it's, speaking positively, but it has to do with intention. It has to do with wherever our energy is flowing toward is what we draw. I could say something here, but if my energy is worried, my energy of worry is what draws things to me. So it's making it, every part of our being, right? But I don't have any, yeah, even on the bottom. We've got bottom of the deck, we've got the Innocence of Swords, which is new way of thinking, new way of looking at things. Again, that Ace of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective. We've got 10 of Cups. We've got 3 of Cups. We've got Temperance. So there's a lot of joy and celebration and balance that comes in here. Trusting timing. So I don't feel like there's anything, um, significant that's standing out of like, "Whoa," but it is about being aware of the story and and focusing the energy on that. No, Elena, I haven't gotten to yours yet. I'm on donations right now, so, I still have several more of those to go. And so, musical assistant job. So touring assistant role in one office. All right, let's take a look here and see. Well, we do have here it's you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is very fortunate card. So asking specifically about this touring assistant role, we've got this is very positive for you here. And then we've got here the Ace of Swords, which is new communication, seeing things from a higher perspective, new ideas. And I like that. You've got the Seven of Wands, which is being true to your authentic self and not feeling the need to defend here and really, standing up here. The sun does not ask permission to shine. Here's that spotlight card, right? This is that spotlight we've talked around before. And then we've got the Four of Cups. You got emotional stability. So I like all of that. That would feel like a positiveness coming in here for that. The touring assistant role feels very positive for you. And then, this one feels different. This one doesn't feel, like, comfortable. This one feels like because the new ideas, the new creativity, the new ways of looking at things coming in. And let's see here, anything on time? Got the Queen of Pentacles, so you've got new birth and harvest and all that coming in here. So, I like this for you. Earth element energy, which Capricorn, December 22nd, around there. So Capricorn season, which is exactly what are the times that we're talking about, right? Yeah, there's no shoulds, of course, when it comes to spirit, but it definitely with that Wheel of Fortune is your you know even your human self feels it's fortunate for you with all that as well. So I like it for you. It seems like a positive thing. What else is here? Yeah, just moving beyond your limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets with the Eight of Swords. Definitely more learning because that allows you to let go of old ways of thinking and embracing new ways of thinking too. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, actually, I do see yours here, and you celebrating your third super chat. So I will get to that, get to you here soon. I still have a few more ahead of line before you, but I do see it. So we will definitely get to that there for you. Um, yeah. And so we'll get to your I see your question. So we will get to that one. All right. So that's what they have for that one. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me scroll here. Let me see where we're at with that one. All right. Whoops. So, Majestic Love, thank you for your donation. You are up next. And let me see here. Let me see if your question is further up here. And if you, oh, there it is right there. Hello, hello. I am feeling better. Thank you so much. And you want to know what are Robert's current feelings and next actions towards you? Let's take a look here. Let me just reshuffle these up here. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. Okay. Boom. And okay, and we got the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom here. So the actions are going to be slow coming here. Uh, some Pentacles, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It starts off as a little seedling, becomes it makes its way out above the soil, becomes the trunk, eventually goes the branches, then it grows the blossoms, and then or the leaves, and then the blossoms, and then the fruit. So it is like it does take them time to have next actions, but we definitely have the ace, not the ace, the magician card, which is, excuse me, like an action, this movement, this they want to put forward action here. And we've got the universe, which is victory card, but endings of old cycles, beginnings of new. So we've got endings and beginnings here, and the 10 of wands too, endings and beginnings of their energy where they're investing here. So we definitely have this harvest that's coming here. It's just taking, it probably feels like it's been taking forever. But we definitely have that that's coming forward here, and that it is going to be expressed. They're just saying a little patience with it, I know. But let's take a look here and dig deeper into, okay, their emotions. All right. And that's what's holding them back. Okay, because I wanted to know what their emotions are, what's holding them back. Well, they definitely have this 2 of Cups, which is this indication that it is an important relationship to them. They definitely have this connection, and they feel it's very important. And they've got the Heart of Cups, the Queen of Cups, which is she rolls over emotion, and she's given a second portion, which makes her the master of emotion, like the High Priestess. Deep, deep diving, like the whale can dive deep, go places a lot of other sea animals can't go because of how powerful they are. But this just is an indication that there is this deep, deep emotion that's in there. Maybe so deep you're like, I can't see it, but it's there. This is what's holding them back, though. This 5 of Pentacles is their journey, their feelings of abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind. And this goes all the way back to earlier childhood, where their self worth and this energy of, you know, why is everything held back from me? Why can't I find love? Why can't I have these good things and nice things? Um, jobs held back, promotions held back, opportunities held back, friendships, relationships. It just feels like their life has felt to them like they've had a black cloud over their life. And it goes back to unworthiness that was spawned when they were a young child, 7 years old and younger, and that was reinforced over and over and over. And this is what they're overcoming. And this is why um, you know, um, why why there's this delay. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with their inner child feeling they're not worthy enough yet. Okay, here we go. Then I pulled from the chakra love. You got dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Third eye chakra. So there is definitely this message of everything happens on purpose for a purpose here. And it has the labradorite, that's the energy, if you're into crystals and stones and that. But there is this, energy of try to see deeper with your third eye, see beyond the person that is presenting themselves into their heart, which I feel like you already do, and then I feel like this is not anything new to you. But I feel like they're saying just try to look past the character to the powerful actor that's behind the character, and that everything's unfolding on purpose. Anything that you they reflect back to you is for you, and anything that you're reflecting back to them is for them, and it's on purpose for a purpose. So I do like this. Okay, let me rephrase that. I was gonna say I do like this waiting period, but none of our human sides enjoy waiting period. Our higher self enjoy it because learning and waiting is something that we don't have to experience, or we don't get to experience on the other side. We get to experience it here. So your spirit guides are going, we like this, the slowness of the unfolding, watching something grow instead of instant gratification, which is what we have kind of on the other side. We think we want to know something, we know it. What is it like over there? We're there. We don't have to like journey and go on that. And I feel like that's what what they're saying with that right now. So definitely a lot of emotion there. They're just it's not allowed to flow yet because of their inner child. Yeah, I can imagine. It's like, "Ah," but, everything goes slowly. How we can speed things up, which is always a good thing to know in this in these human existences, the more I focus on raising my own love vibration, the faster things speed up in my world. Otherwise, it goes slow, and because those lower vibrational, "What am I missing in my life? What am I fearing? What do I hate in my life?" Right? Those things draw us down, but the more we raise our love vibration, focus on gratitude, focus on living the passion of our hearts, and doing that, that helps speed up things, as well. So, you are very welcome. Hang in there. Hey, Anna, another one of my praying mantis members. Good to see you too. I did have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you did too. And we will see you soon. Yeah, I am feeling much better. At least I have energy, which is great. And I feel like the more I read and the more I connect with all your guys' beautiful energy, it even helps my health even more. So thank you. All right. And that is what we have. Majestic love. So thank you for your donation there. All right. Right, so love 1, 2, 3, 4. I see yours over here, but that came in. I think I had someone that came in before you there, so we will scooch down here. And yes, Mia, number 2 question. Let me give that some love there. Thank you for your additional donation. And as a second question, I love your laughing emoticons. In regards to your action, what feelings will arouse towards you in the person that it's directed to you? So, all right. So let's take a look here and see. So, what is the emotional response going to be from who this who this is directed at here? Well, let's take a look here. So we've got what's on the bottom of the deck. All right. Are they a big thinker? Let's take a look here and see. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Well, there is a lot of movement that comes in. Literally, says you got the 6 of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset. So there does get them thinking, It also we've got the movement of pentacles, which is slow moving in the outside world. You got the innocence of swords on the bottom here, which is new thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around the importance of the relationship here too. There's a lot of truth that comes in here. The sage here on the bottom, there's a lot of clarity. Sorry, it's kind of bright there. There we go. So, the Hierophant invites them to see things from the capital T truths of the higher realm. And I feel like because they've got this 10 of Pentacles on the bottom too, with this Hierophant, is there's a lot of, it does trigger a lot of thinking about what does fulfillment in the outside world mean, and what does relationship mean, and what's the importance of our relationship, blah, 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 yada, 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 right? So we've got a lot of that coming in here. And you got the Six of Wands, though, which is victory and movement of passion, equal passion. We got the Eight of Cups, so more movement. The sixes and the eights and the even numbers a lot are about, it creates if you have four of something on one side, four on the other, or three and three, it leaves this flow in the middle, like a canyon, a channel, a river, right? And this is this them leaving behind emotions that don't serve in this movement towards more wish fulfillment. And but there is the Chariot. Chariot is a movement again, and another victory card. Both of these are victory cards, but this is the power of choice too that comes in. And there's this interesting impact you have, because I feel like you're rattling and shaking, or let's say you're an instrument of the universe, shaking and rattling beliefs and thoughts and mindsets, and making you're this beautiful mirror reflecting back to them their fears that they have, right? This is all this mindsets, the thoughts, beliefs, and all this stuff. Because I feel like with you have this Three of Pentacles here, which is you being true to your authentic self, you not being afraid. You're like, I am who I am, and boom, what are you afraid of? Why are you trying to please everyone? You know, what are they gonna do? Your life is your choice. And I feel like this is what you bring a lot to them, is this courage, because I just feel like you are unapologetically yourself, especially to them. And in doing this, you're just showing them that they don't have to draw and color within the lines, that they can, add antennas, like if you ever colored in a coloring book, you can take the black, crayon, and because it's usually all in black, you can change and add on to what it is supposed to be and should be. And you've got the movement of cups here too, which is, the Knight of Cups, movement of emotion. And I just feel like with all this movement that you have here, that it does spawn things. Um, it does take a little bit of time, because I feel like they are very stubborn, um, and just very tied to these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets they've had. Just great punishment for stepping outside and coloring outside the lines before, growing up in their life. And I feel like that's where the sphere comes in. This is and I feel like this is why, uh, such an important reason why you guys wanted to come across each other's paths. One, um, for what they mirror back to you, because you're learning from them, and in some ways. But I feel like you're such a, it was a design for you to come in and just get in their face and say, look at what you can do, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, ah, no way. What? I've never heard this before. We can do that. And you're like, yeah, look, boom. And they're just like, wow. And it's like you're helping build this courage. It's like The Wizard of Oz, and it's like Dorothy, you're Dorothy, and they're the lion, right? They're the lion. Are they a Leo? And they're a lion, that wants courage, and you're showing them that they've always had it within themselves. As you discover the stuff that you have always had within you, you're showing that they've always had that within themselves. That's one of the big morals of the story of the Wizard of Oz is the Tin Man was looking for a heart, right? And Scarecrow's looking for a brain. The lion was looking for courage, and Dorothy was looking for her way home, right? And they always had it all within them all along. But I love this energy. Lovely. So I like it. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mia Mia. Thank you for your additional donation. All right. Let's see where we at here. Get there. All right. Almost to you, Jonathan. One more. So, love, 1234. Thank you for your additional donation and your multiple donations today. I really appreciate those. And we will take a look here, and then Jonathan will be up, and then that will be all the donations I have right now. And I will be on for about 30 more minutes or so. If I don't get through a ton of readings, we'll see how I'm doing. It's my first day back, but I might return later to finish out some of the free readings as well. So if I don't get to you, if you want me to do it in this session, a donation of any kind, I will also prioritize. All right. So love, 1234. So number one, are they the one for you? Let's take a look here. So those three. And is number two, is there a relationship in the future? Those three. And then question number three, what do you see? Okay, in love within the next 2 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So question one. Wow. Let me see here. And then look for you in the next couple months here. I just want to take a look here. So so for your question number one, are they the one for you? I don't think so. Because you got 3 pages, 3 innocents here. You got the page of swords, you got the page of cups, and the page of wands. I feel like you have someone new. I mean, there's someone, when you're saying the one for you, it's like, is this the person I'm going to be with the rest of my life, my soul partner? This tells me no, because you got 3 pages, 3 new. So I don't feel like they are the one that you end up with for the rest of your life. um, Definitely it's, designed to be together, but oh my God, it's a very clear message. 3 3 pages. It's like, nope, upgrades. Upgrade in passion, upgrade in mental and communication abilities and emotions. I love that. Someone who I feel communicates the way that you enjoy being communicated with. And I like that. A relationship in the future, and this is where you know, we've got this ending and this beginning here. The 10 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. So new opportunity coming up, the Sky Father's the Emperor, which is this, you choosing, you initiate the Aries energy. And I feel like the reason why there's this ending in the outside world and this new opportunity and beginning is because I feel like you we'll show you here with what's coming in love for the next 2 months. you know, we've got this Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, right? And we've got this energy that comes in here of, you know, like a tree, and they're reminding me of my brother had an apple tree, and the apple tree is supposed to, okay, it takes time for it to become the apple tree and for it to have the fruit, and then eventually it's supposed to have like fruit after a couple years, but after like 5 years, it's like, really? Why isn't it growing the fruit, right? It's like, am I gonna uproot it and toss it out? Well, Spirit of Wands, this is the King of Wands, the action. This is the Emperor energy too, which makes sense now because the King of Wands is like Aries energy in a way, taking control and going, I've had enough. I I choose. And I feel like I choose with the chariot movement. You choose for you, and you realize I'm the one that gets to decide. I don't have to wait for other people. I choose the story. I choose my emotions. I choose my energy. I choose my physical actions and choices here. And this is stepping into this. And there's this movement. And here's the Four of Pentacles bringing you this solid feeling in the outside world. It feels like home. And we've got the Seven of Cups. The emotional confusion clears up with all of this here, because I feel like you feel like you get mixed messages from them, but one is that you're picking up the mixed messages they have for themselves, and it does spill out to the outside world, but they're a mirror. So you're realizing the mixed messages, and this has been the reason for your why you guys chose to have the relationship that you've had in this life up until you no longer have that relationship, is because you wanted to see things for yourself. You wanted this mirror to show you what you're willing to put up with, how you have defined yourself in the past by relationships, and how you're freeing yourself from that and being like, well, I got to wait around for them. It's like, no, I can ask for what I want. And if someone's not willing to give that to me, and I'm not willing to wait, or I'm willing to wait a certain amount of time, but at some point I can be like, you know what? The fruit that's growing on this tree, oh, I forgot I planted an apple tree and I wanted guacamole, not apple. Why did I plant an apple tree? Well, because everyone else said that you want applesauce and apple fritters and apple pie and blah blah blah. Okay, that sounds good. Let me have an apple tree. But after the apples start to grow, and you're like, oh no, I want an avocado orchard because I want guacamole. And so I feel like that the patience wears thin, and that's where this Emperor and King of Wands energy comes in. But it's been on purpose for a purpose. It's not a mistake. You can look at, what have I learned? Am I learning from this relationship? And at the point that you realize, okay, I've learned everything that I've wanted to learn from this relationship, I can release it. And I don't even feel like you have to like break up. I feel like you can just stop investing your energy, and you're with that King of Wands and the Emperor, you are changing the direction of where you're putting your energies. Yeah. So I like that for you. And that's what's coming through. So whoever this person is that you meet in the future, again, you've got 3 pages, and so it's an upgrade in the passion. It's an upgrade in the mind and communication and mental connection, and an upgrade in the emotional connection too. Someone who can express all of that. And so, yeah, so I like it. So I don't feel like they're looking for someone else. They just don't know themselves, and they're on this journey. They've been on it for a while, right? And I'm not sure how long that they will be, towards it. So your phone died. So that is what they have for you. Love 1234 again. Thank you so much for your additional donation. And yeah, you can replay it now. I love it. All right. So, Jonathan, thank you so much for your donation. Let me give that some love there. Thank you for your patience as I made my way down the donations. And are you going to start feeling better soon? You've been struggling mentally for a while. All right. Let's take a look here. And of course, disclaimer on any medical or, you know, financial, mental, everything that I'm not a licensed practitioner of any kind. There's a disclaimer in the description box of the video. This is all, of course, designed for entertainment purposes, etc., etc. But let's see what Spirit has for you and see. Um, are you going to start feeling better soon? And any other advice that they have for you? Any other awarenesses? All right, and then that one and that one. So what's below the surface here? All right. So you do have here below the surface, you've got the number 4 Sky Father, which is the Emperor energy. You also have the 4 of Pentacles underneath, which is a very solid foundation in the outside world. I like the two fours coming in here, and the Wheel of Fortune that's under the bottom, which tells me that even your human is going to be happy with how things unfold and how things move forward here. And you've got the self love coming in with the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective, and feels like the Hanged Man, which when I have it the correct side, is like a cocoon. There's been this transformation that you're in here. And it comes back to this emperor, who the emperor, has this throne room, right, full of a lot of people around him with all the supposed tos and shoulds. A lot of people with advisors in your life telling you all your life who you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, and all that, right? You're like, ugh. At some point, it drives us all batty, right? It drives us all batty, where we're like, oh my gosh, I am just so tired of everyone trying to rule over my kingdom when I'm the one over my kingdom. And there is this release that comes in with this. There's this, realizing I get to choose. I'm the emperor. And thank you guys for all your advice, but clear the throne room. I'm going to make decisions for my life. This Aries energy with this Sky Father is initiating change, initiating decisions. I'm going to decide and make the movement of things in my life, right? And I'm going to have these adjustments. So I like this, that you do. This is saying that, yeah, at some point you just have had enough of fearing letting everyone down, because you're realizing, you know what, no one ever pleases me 100%. And I don't do that for others. I can't do that for others, because I'm the only one that can make me happy. I all that it happens inside me, and everyone else, that happens inside them. And so you release responsibility of making everyone else happy, and you're focusing on your own kingdom. Let's take a look here. Yeah, yeah, so this has been taking its time here, I see, because it probably feels like it's been taking forever here, because you've got the 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all, and the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And even with the Hanged Man that we had with the bat, that represents, it takes time to transform, because we change from the inside out, not the outside in. And so, there is this energy that comes in here with, realizing it takes time, but transformation is happening, even though it feels like it's not. Because you have the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is stable energy, with, like, you had the another, so this is the third 4 that you've gotten. So there is this stabilization that's going to be happening in your life. This is joy, this is celebration that's coming in. You got the 5 of cups and then also the 7 of cups. So the emotional conflict, the emotional confusion that's here, the fog does lift. And the 5 of cups, usually there's 3 cups that are spilt and 2 cups behind us, which there is this transformation that happens with all of this here, Jonathan, which is whatever we're the ones, and even have the 2 of cups on the bottom, which is the emotional choice card. Here's the 2 of cups. So they're definitely and you have the 8 of Pentacles and the Chariot card. Here's all this choice stuff coming in here. Um, this is you've been putting in the work. Things are going to be transforming, and the Chariot is like the choice card, which tells us that in every moment, life is very simple. Just our human complicates it. Every moment is either of uh, unconditional love and gratitude and joy and those higher vibrational, or the fears of losing a conditional love, fears of rejection, fears of failure, fears of losing all that conditional love. Small t truths. Every moment is that, right? We choose the story with our brain. What story am I going to put to it? Lower or higher vibration? And we're taught, of course, we're given plenty of supposed to be's and should be's, need to be's like that emperor, all that advice, the popular opinion on when something happens, this is the story I'm supposed to put toward it, but I don't have to, right? Also, every moment is an emotional choice, which is what that was focusing on too. I get to choose it, even though I've been told I'm supposed to feel this way. I get to choose. I get to choose where I'm focusing my energy. Like attracts like. Whatever I'm focusing on is what I draw to me, right? So if I focus in on what I hate in my life, what I feel is missing, what I fear will come in, um, or not come in, or leave my life, or not leave my life, then I grow that. I'm telling the universe I want more of it. It's like a little child going into a donut shop in the glass case, pointing at the donut that it hates. it the baker loads up a dozen of those donuts and goes, here, and you're like, oh, I hate these. And so the baker says, rather than focus in our energy on what I hate or I don't like, focus in our energy on what I do want, on what I'm grateful for in my life already. And this helps with the transformation of our energy of our life, because like does attract like. And so when I'm focusing on lower vibrational energy, I draw in lower vibrational situations and people and relationships and events. And when I focus on higher vibration, I draw in those things. So I feel like this is what they're wanting to know. Definitely, there is this movement. You've been putting in the work. You're focusing in on your self love. And I feel like once you release yourself from the choices everyone else is making for themselves, yeah, we influence each other in that we make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or love, but ultimately everyone chooses for themselves. So you can release yourself from the responsibility of making everyone else happy, because that's not your job. Your job is to make yourself happy, because you're the only one who can. um, and there's this freedom that comes through all this. So I definitely see things transforming, physically, mentally, because when we change our energy and we're out of fear and we're in the presence of love and peace more, our bodies are amazing transformative uh, self-healing machines too, that the more we're at peace, and then we're not in fight or flight as much, which when we're in fight or flight, it does shut down our immune system, it shuts down our digestive system. It does a whole bunch of stuff because it's supposed to be temporary for us to get to safety. But we're in this world, we kind of have emotional monsters where we're looping our fears, and we're in fight or flight so much. But the more at peace we are, then the more we have, that higher vibration and those higher vibrational experiences. So hopefully that helps. And hang in there, Jonathan. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, I do have a few more donations coming in here, and I should be able to get through these. I'm going to be on just for a few more minutes here. Well, 38. About 12:55, I'll be bugging out, so I'll try to get as many of those in here as I can. And I'm probably not going to get to any of the free readings in this session, but I will come back on after my praying mantis session, where I'll go after this, and after I eat, I'll probably come back on and do as many free readings as I have energy to do. I will be back again also this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also should be back tomorrow morning too at the 11 a.m. hour Mountain Time. All right. So, Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. Let me give that some love. And you want to know, how are your emotions and creativity moving forward? Let's take a look here. How are your emotions and creativity? Oh, okay. I laugh because on the bottom, you do have the Seven of Wands and the Naked Heart, which is, the sun not asking for permission to shine, but shine forth and not worry about defending oneself, and not worrying about standing in the spotlight, but allowing the heart to be expressed, moving out of the darkness and into your own light. So I love that energy coming in here. And let's take a look here. Emotions and creature. Oh, well, look at all this. So you got two fours. So there is this stable, steady movement forward. And so, how are your emotions and creativity moving? Stable, in a stable way. They're moving forward this way here. Um, and we've got the Four of Pentacles has this energy of home and being at home with yourself and allowing, this stability, the stable feeling. It's like, let this become your norm. And the Four of Swords is the peace of mind card that comes in here too. It's um, they're usually asleep on the Ace of Swords, cutting away fears, and that's where this stability comes in, is being able to um, see things from that higher perspective, see things from a ethereal place. It's like going and sitting on the moon and looking back down at your life and seeing things from this higher perspective. You definitely have here, with, of course, you had the Naked Heart, and you have the Page of Cups. So the love, new love, higher love, coming in here. And so, it's so important here. Your emotions are moving forward, because the Page of Cups is like an upgrade. It's like you go from the 10 of Cups to the Page of Cups. It's like card number 11. You're moving up to another level. And the Naked Heart, I do want to read the Naked Heart. It's a special card for this deck, and it's all about connection, purpose, higher self. The Naked Heart's message to you says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and my purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing. Otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. The crystal recommendation for that, if you are into crystals, is Aqua Aura Quartz, and the Luna Moth, the little Luna Moth at the top here. They whisper to you up here. The Luna Moth up here says, You are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. So I love that for you. I know, right? Damn. I like it. I like it. I like it. And that is what they have for you. That is how your emotions and creativity are moving forward. Right. And thank you for your additional donation. Right. Anita Abdul, you are up next. You want to know the current feelings of the person on your mind and will there be any contact? Right. Thank you for your donation there. Greetings to you. I am doing great. You are so very welcome. Thank you for your kind words. Let's take a look here. So, current feelings. All right. And those are the actions. All right. So, the current feelings. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's at least that's promising there. Let's see. Any contact. All right. There's hopefulness here still. So we've got the Temperance card and the Knight of Pentacles. When I saw these, I was like, oh gosh, because slow moving, tempering is going back and forth. It's a patience card. Another Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all. So two slow patience cards, right? But then we got the Eight of Pentacles. I'm like, great, because this is while things are going slow and things are slowly unfolding, this is an opportunity for you to do the work on things you want to for yourself, raising your love vibration, cutting away the thoughts, the beliefs, mindsets that limit you, those limiting thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. You're getting rid of those. You're, letting go of the emotions that no longer serve and, having that here. So I like this. They do have emotion here, which I'll show you here in a sec. But they've got this, flow, this um there's the message is like they things are going slow between you and them and really romance because your soul is like, all right, tired of doing what I always did and getting what I've always gotten. I'm ready to raise my love vibration. I'm ready to head off in a direction that's different, right? And so this Eight of Pentacles shows the wheels are turning, and the more you focus on raising your love vibration, then things do move forward. And so I feel like they kind of answered the second question first, and then they'll answer the first question second here because they're saying any contact, slow, it's going to be a while, a little bit, but it's giving you the time to release things within you that you don't want to. And that does speed things up. Their emotions, this is the hope card. So, the 7 of Wands, they do see you as like the sun, this brightness in their life, but they also it's like, there's this energy of feeling the need to defend themselves in some way. Don't feel like it's with you, I feel like it's with their life, and they're in this, they see you as like this sun that does not ask permission to shine, you to shine, but they're afraid of doing that themselves, and so they kind of are timid and holding themselves back. And the moon card here, they see you here as someone like Mother Luna, who is very nurturing, very, very deep emotions. It's Pisces energy, as you can see with the Pisces symbol, that's below that here. And so there is this hope, this seeing things is almost like a too good to be true type of feelings that they have, but they've got all this there's this fear that's represented with the 7 of Wands for them, and they see you as someone that can dive deep into emotion so deeply, and you're intuitive, and it's almost like there's this I'm not good enough and I couldn't keep up with you and I feel like that's why they're, who wants to be um in a situation where they feel they're always falling short, right? And this doesn't have anything to do with like what you're telling them like they should be or supposed to be or anything like that. This is existing stuff that's already in them and you're like I love that you're not dimming your light to try to make them feel safe, it's like, hey, if you can't stand the heat, then you need to get a giant sun hat, put on some sunscreen, get a fan, or stand in the shade then. But you are not to dim your light in this situation. You are to stay shining bright, and just continue to raise your vibration, to continue to focus on yourself, because this person, they got some work to do, and that's why it's taken a while. But you don't have to wait around. You can be raising your love vibration, expanding your ability to love yourself, which also opens up your ability to give and receive love to humans too. So I like that for you, Anita. So hopefully that makes sense. Um, what's going on with that person. So, all righty. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. And then Infinity is one. And then I will try to get you in as well, Rhonda. Rhonda, hello, hello. And Rhonda, I did respond to you. For your wish upon a star. Still need your time. And if you could email me, so I have an email address that I could send your wish upon a star wish guide. My email address is in the description box of the video, bruddaZEN@gmail.com. So I wanted to make sure, since I got you there, I've been wanting to get that done for you, but I want to make it sure it's accurate too. All right. So Infinity is one. When are you going to see Elle again? Let's take a look here, and thank you for your donation. Let's see here. When are you going to see Elle again? All right. Well, it is going to be a little bit more time here. You've got the Hanged Man, which is one of the transformative. Things are slowly, transforming. It's one of the patience cards. One of the things are paused, so you can see things from a different perspective. And it's giving you time here for this self-love, this mother nature, mother nurture for you. And so it feels here, because there's some inner conflict that helps here. We've got the Five of Swords, which is thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, ways of looking at things, and conflict and communication. And I feel like that this time here is allowing you the self-reflection, and to give yourself the self-love that allows this, whatever conflicting communication that there was, helps it transform to where you see things differently from this higher perspective, from the self-love perspective. And it changes your perception and interactions with L. There's like, you are learning that whatever you're expecting from them, they're not going to be able to give you, or what they give you is all that they're able to give. And it's always going to fall a little bit short, because what you're looking for, you find within you. And then when you release them from these expectations, then you have this freedom that comes in. You have this, it's just, you don't have expectations. And so, when we have expectations and people can give us this, then we live in disappointment all the time, right? But if they give us this and we lower our expectations, going, well, they can't give me that, then there's all this abundance and this overflowing feeling that comes in instead. So I like that for you. All right. You're welcome, Anita. So that is what they have for you. Infinity is one. I feel like it's going to be a little while, but it's time for you, and it's giving time for you. You are very welcome. All right. And Rhonda, thank you for your donation. And as I mentioned, I just still need, you gave me your date of birth and your location, but I just need the time, and then just email me at bruddaZEN@gmail.com. So I have an email address that I could send your PDF to you, the document, so you can see all the information. All right. And then your question, how may you get what is coming up next for you? Oh, you said hello, not how. May you get what's coming up next for you that you should be aware of? Sure. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. What is coming up that you should be aware of. All right. Oh, jeez. Well, let's start with the energy on the bottom of the deck. Because you've got this fire energy, both the magician and the sky father, the emperor. This is like Aries energy and fire, and not necessarily fire, but this is decision, the divine masculine, moving forward, you initiating, you stepping into your power, into your divine masculine power. The reason I said geez, because you got the temperance and the seven of pentacles, patience as things unfold. Last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but you also have the naked heart. And this energy here, I feel is really this focus here of what's upcoming next to be aware of is that you're getting to this point of things are, this is almost turning to gold, the tempering that goes back and forth. The Seven of Pentacles, the fruit is coming, but your heart wants to be expressed. Your heart wants to be seen. It wants to be part of the choice making that's coming up here because you're coming to this pivotal point in your life where it's like this it's like feeling sick and tired of always self-sacrificing your heart for everyone else. And I know you've come such a huge way in these, over this last, especially this last year, in huge ways where you've really begun to feel okay with making choices for yourself, but there's still a large leap that you can do in it because um I feel like where you were in your life, it was almost like slavery, where you were sacrificing all of you and everything for everyone else, and you have taken some steps to stand up for yourself. But there is some choices to be made for you to give yourself this love, to allow yourself to shine bright and allow your heart to guide you in what you're wanting, not the mind of all the supposed to be's. There's this big opening coming up here for you with all of that too. And you do have the High Priestess card. Yeah, again, the Naked Heart came out right next to it again. About drawing back, connecting to spirit, stepping behind the veil, diving deep into your emotions. It's really Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, focusing on your relationship with spirit is such an important piece of this because it allows you clarity, and that helps clear away confusion. It helps, like I said, brings super clarity in your life about what you truly want in your heart, not what you've been told. Um, you know, everyone is supposed to want, right? So that is what is coming in for you, Rhonda, Rhonda, Rhonda. Hopefully that helps. And um, just real quick here, I'm going to grab some screenshots. I will come back on later to oops, make sure what I got here. Um, and I will go in order of the chat for the free readings because I did not get to any of them. Thank you guys again for all your donations. It does help um, me to continue to be able to offer all the free stuff I do. And but I understand that everyone is able to donate, and so I do want to. Sorry, I'm not very good at doing two things at the same time, it appears. Let me see. I lost my place here. Oh, okay. And but I will be back on. And if you are, of course, subscribe to my channel, then if you have your notifications set to all, you'll see when I pop back on. I will add a pinned comment here um, with a link to the new video that happens when I come back on in a while. And then also I will put in order, I'll list out how the readings were completed so you have an idea of where you were in the mix there so you can find your reading pretty fast. I'm almost done here. All right. And then, hey, Kostavi, thank you so much for being a new subscriber there. And as I was saying, I will be back on later. I'm going to be headed off here in a moment to my praying mantis session. Um, so thank you guys for all your patience and all the thumbs up and likes. That does help the channel grow. So, oh, okay. Yeah, I will be back on Kostavi. Um, I've hit my almost my 2 hour marks, but I'm headed off to another session. In the meantime, for everyone, if you're looking for messages of love while you're waiting for me, it's going to be a couple hours before I'll be back. I have my Gemini full moon alert, which we have coming up on Monday. So that is a pick a card reading with some great information. Also, Sagittarius season kicked in. So, for all you Sagittarius sun babies, you can check your, there's a 3 month little mini reading showing you a forecast for the 3 months. And then everyone else has a choice between three different pick a cards. And then also, I have a monthly drawing, which we have only got about a week left. So if you haven't checked out that, be sure to check out that video as well. So again, thank you guys so much for all the love and all the support. I appreciate you guys so much. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So till I see you guys again, much love to you. Hang in there. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And I will be back in a couple hours to finish out the free readings. Until then, you guys take care.